usually say we're just like an instrumental, emotional band. Like we're really emotionally intense.
Instrumental rock and roll with seen from like a different angle, like a different take on rock and roll without lyrics.
There's a lot of flow with our music. I think that it's not just like one solid thing. You know, it might build to something like that, but I mean it's explosive and loud. But even at like its highest moments, there's still always melody that you can hear.
The typical tools of rock and roll are guitars, bass, and drums, but approaching it more like a symphony or like a classical composition, you know, with movements instead of verses and choruses, and with dynamic builds instead of, you know, catchy hooks or something like that. You know?
When I think about like past experience or current experience or like projections that I have for life or whatever, or just like hopes and aspirations, that kind of thing, like when I combine that with what we're playing, what we're doing musically, that's when it's the most powerful. So I guess that's the most influential thing.
I'm gonna play music the rest of my life, whether it's with Caspian or not, whether it's professional or not. I mean, I'm gonna play music for my kids and stuff. It's just gonna be something that's always there.
Performing is the reason why like I'm doing music. Like the feeling of performing live in whatever atmosphere, whether it's somewhere enormous or whether it's for like two people, performing is the most incredible facet of playing music.
It's not like you're trying to get them to sing along with the chorus or to like remember some particular line and, you know, be like, oh yeah, I heard that line before, now they're playing it, isn't that great? It's more just kind of when say, I mean, for the most part, I just kind of ignore crowds. Like, I just just get in my own world, and then stuff happens, you know. But when you look out, sometimes people just like there with their eyes closed, you know, just lost in the whole entire thing, and that's when it's beautiful.
Basically, if I can look someone in the eye when I'm playing, and like I know that they're getting it, and you can see that look, you know, from a mile away, that's pretty much where the fulfillment is.
You're creating a soundtrack of a night that happens when it's happening.
When you're playing live, you look around and you can see people in the audience, and especially when you're doing instrumental music, like you don't necessarily know how to read people. Like if someone's standing there just motionless, not saying anything, you know, sort of just like staring at the stage, you're like, oh man, I'm killing them, they hate this, like they're just not into it at all. But I have no idea what they're thinking about when they're listening to the music. For all I know, it could be like beautiful visions of paradise, you know? I mean, I have no clue.
Knowing that I've been a part of someone's life for however long they've listened to me play, and I've affected their mood in some way.
And I've always thought, like, man, I'd never be involved in something that could do what that band just did for me to someone else. And if that ever happens, and it hasn't happened that much, you know, I hope that it might happen more, but if it doesn't, whatever. Like, but when it does, that is incredibly rewarding, because you know that something that you're creating, something that you're bringing into being is like affecting somebody else's life, you know? That's really, really cool. It makes me like really happy. Yeah, great job. And it could have been another beer.